Joining me now to react to my open and much more, author of Firebrand, Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. All right, good evening, Congressman. Am I wrong?
You're not. I would add obstruction of justice to the potential violations of federal criminal law. Here you had Governor Cuomo potentially destroying records that evidenced this scheme that was a very deadly one. Everyone's familiar with the Times Square game of card hustles, but here they were playing three-card Monte with grandma, moving folks from nursing homes into hospitals and then injecting the virus right back into nursing homes. And you really do see in New York and Florida a tale of two governors, a tale of two states. In Florida, we used the National Guard to ensure that even nursing home staff did not bring the virus into an area where it could kill the most vulnerable people. But we let younger people, college students, students in high school and in grade school live their lives and not see this impact of the virus be even more crushing on our society. Whereas in New York, they've destroyed small businesses, they've destroyed education, they've hindered the development of young people, and then the folks that were supposed to be taking care of the most, they put in the most peril. And what you're so right about is that as prosecutors begin to look at this case, you have to follow the money. You have to look at the financial incentives that were embedded in the decisions to move these people around and put them at terrible and at times lethal risk.
You know, it seems that the competition that Andrew Cuomo wants to have with Ron DeSantis, Governor DeSantis of Florida, with whom he doesn't even compare, is exacerbated by the fact that now Cuomo was talking about not letting people from Florida come into New York as though they're the infected ones, when we've got the highest number, we've got the higher number of deaths of senior citizens. Our businesses aren't open, and Florida is open for business. I mean, he has a pathetic, fragile ego, but he promotes himself as this wonderful governor. But what do you think of the fact, Congressman, that the media played into his Emmy-winning book on leadership and all of his, his having these press conferences? He's an example for all of us. Don't they have some role in this?
Oh, the media is absolutely culpable in advancing this mythology of Cuomo that is belied by the facts, and the facts keep getting uglier and uglier, both for the governor of New York and the media. Now, it wasn't just Ron DeSantis that they were smearing. At the time, we were going through a presidential election, and while they were promoting Andrew Cuomo as the great oracle of response to the coronavirus, they were conducting the flu d'etat against our president, acting as though everything he was doing was causing this virus to be more deadly. The reality is the 45th president put us on the path to the fastest, safest vaccine development the world has ever known. And, we are still seeing the consequence of President Trump's actions in the saving of lives. And sadly, we're only starting to unearth the extent to which the actions of Governor Cuomo cost lives, because when people died as a consequence of their policy decisions, they recategorized those deaths as deaths in a hospital. So someone could get infected in a nursing home, get moved to the hospital, and then they cook the books to make that a hospital death, not a nursing home death. And they were doing it to cover up the choices that they made that put blood on their hands.
Well, and the sad part is that each individual who died, and I think now we're up to more than 13,000 of individuals in this situation, they had no idea what was going on. They couldn't talk to their relatives. They couldn't be with their relatives. And I understand from some of the EMTs and the ambulance drivers who took them to the hospital that they would make a phone call for them before they died. And when they got out, they didn't even know what to expect. They didn't know where they were going. But let's talk about what will happen. You've been in government long enough to know, do you think that the Attorney General in New York or the Department of Justice will investigate this in a fair and judicial way?
Oh, I have no confidence in the United States Department of Justice. That has become an institution of political hackery. There is a long-standing tension, though, that exists between attorneys general in the state of New York and governors. Andrew Cuomo knows that well. He rather famously bristled and had conflict with the governor when he was the attorney general. And so I'm actually more confident in the state of New York pursuing this than I am the U.S. Department of Justice. You've already seen Joe Biden give Governor Cuomo the warm embrace at at the White House. That was a signal to his Department of Justice that for the sake of politics, they do not want criminal accountability in this case.
Congressman Gaetz, thanks so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you, Judge. This is Congressman Matt Gaetz. If you liked that video, make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on social media, and join us on our daily podcast, Hot Takes with Matt Gaetz, on your favorite podcast listening platform.